basically finish that courtyard completely, but without a scissor lift, I don't really know how I'm gonna do that. So, whoa, my face! This section they have left with the timber, so we are nearly there, but like. Welcome back to another episode. This week episode, it will be the last episode for the Wantage project, the timber cladding that we've started. On the 11th of November, this courtyard would needed to be completed before Christmas. Did we actually complete it? What issues we overcome? How many it took us? Access and everything and all the issues that we overcome. We're gonna break it down to you and we'll give you exactly what it took to complete the timber cladding. We're starting again with fixing a mule because we're a little bit on a pickle and we are so much in a rush we can't afford having a scissor lift down. This is where we are. Timber is going along. We'll only have that. Basically we're halfway there. I can't see anything obvious of why it doesn't want to start. Oleg needed to remove this timber. They were installed, but we noticed the bottom is kicking out a little bit out, so what we need to do is take it out, kick the rail because it wasn't plumb, and now they're going to install back the timber, put the infill on that side, and then they're going to go and start all the copings along that building. Basically all this coping we're going to finish as well. The boys had one infill to do there, so that's getting done. Victor is cutting some timber that needs to be done by Thursday. Basically all the timber needs to be done, all cut. Then the tent is getting into the skip, and then the boys down there basically they're gonna get onto the beginning and finish these flashings because we're trying to basically finish that courtyard completely, but without a scissor lift I don't really know how I'm gonna do that. I think I see the problem. I think I see the problem. I think I see the problem. You see this wire? Yeah, boy. Alright, I cannot put that cable here back, but what I'm going to try to do is, 1 second, I'll tell you when. I'll put that cable here, so if that gives a spark to the engine and the sparks, that should start. Go on, try. Yeah, baby. That's all we need. Boom. Now we don't need that cable anymore, only when we started we need it, so we're gonna leave it like that running. Boy fixed it again! Don't stop it, don't stop it! To stop before home to tool station, local tool station in Solihull. I needed to pick up for tomorrow task 2 sausage guns, there you go, and a bit of a duct taping because tomorrow man's going to Bristol with Craig and Rich because we gotta finish the 2 heating houses and get the pointing done, so we'll get that done and put that receipt here. That's a write-off for the company. Yeah, so tomorrow Bristol, early morning, 5:30, driving to Bristol, 2 hours or so, and then yeah, we get to point that back to Wantage. So first thing in the morning we gotta send a few email here, then we're going to graft. It's Wednesday. We've got 2 more days, so this is going to be the final video. We get this done. I've got Craig and Rich back here. All day me and the boys, we have been grafting quite a lot and I haven't got time so much to record, but basically we've pointed that entire wall all the way. Me, Craig and Rich, they're already gone. I'm just about to leave. But yeah, I just wanted to record and let you know where we are with the heating houses. Basically, that wall was not meant to be going on. And the client came back, put a scaffold for us, so we can get this wall with brick slip. Whoa, my face! Proper grafter that is. Boy. Yeah, so there it is. The whole wall, all the way, pointed. Smashing job, smashing job. It's currently 4:30. I'm about to leave and drive 2 hours back to home because I'm knackered. But yeah, this is all done, completed. This job was absolute headache, and I'm glad it's done. So back to Wantage tomorrow. Nice little section here we have to install with some rain screen cladding. Richard and Craig are gonna crack on with that. We've got a flashing that we need to put at the back where the parapet is, which I just found and brought. Some fixings for them. We need to knock these rails, fix them, position them on the right location, get them installed, tape all the fire brake with the side rise tape. That's Rich is doing with that little tape. And here where the other boys are, we're moving onto the roof and starting the copings. We're missing some fixings, but so here at the back there should be a long fixings going into the timber, and at the front is 25mm. Now we have the 25mm. We found some long fixings, so we've installed all these in here, but we finished with all the long fixings. So I hope tomorrow we're gonna get some more, but in the meantime we're not gonna stop because we don't have time. We only have 2 days till Christmas, well, until we break down, not till Christmas. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use, basically we're gonna put the angle like that, and because that perforated flashing is fixed to a SFS or to a support bracket that we have here, we're basically just gonna tack it into the support here with the small fixings that we have, and leave it for later to fix it with the long fixings when they come. So how this works is you've got this and you've got this bracket, and you basically put them together with small fixings, make the string line. So I think soon they're going to start string lining it, and then yeah, that's how it's installed. So all that coping needs installing. Vasily and Grigori, they're grafting over there. That's the only section they have left with the timber, so we are nearly there, but like I said, we have 2 days. All right, this is how it looks my break time. I have a new client that I'm pricing a project for him, and the project is quite local. It's Coventry, so we are going back and forward with the price because they have a certain amount of a budget for the project, and I've priced it. And so what we have 20 weeks. That is 6 men for 20 weeks, 600 days. Let's say I pay each man £220. That's about £132,000. The client has only £150,000 on the budget. Now I've priced the project nearly 200k. So I need to leave for some margin, and the project is quite detailed. It's stripped apart, so whatever is going to come behind it, we need to come up with design and detail for putting some sections for straightening, and then composite panel around. Then some openings are going to have to basically go off the building. Then we're going to fill it with panels. Another panels on the building will have to be removed. Then the openings has to be created there, and it's bits and bobs everywhere. It's not one full elevation area where we start and you work. You've got like a week here, then 2 weeks on the next floor, 3 weeks on the back of the side, then you go on the roof. We got a dock canal at the top that needs to be built with SFS, another composite panel, a lot of flashing, CPDM, waterproofing. It is a lot. So I want to work with them, but at the same time I need to leave some margin for me. So I don't know what I'm gonna do now. So I'm gonna try and see if I can squeeze a little bit the price that I gave them. Yeah, boy, easy work, easy work,
always easy.
Easy work. That is easy work. Oh, you gotta sneak in there. That's gonna be interesting.
Wait, one sec.
Little man.
I'm used to tight spaces. They're all baggy and loose. Let's go then. Right, 1, 2, 3, go. Just like that. You know, boss?
Just like that.
Just like that.
Simple. Didn't even brief. It didn't even brief.
Good job. You got it. Yeah.
What actually took us to complete the entire courtyard at the Wantage project? We started on the 11th of November installing all the fire brake, the rails, the rock wool, some helping hand brackets, flashings, perforated flashings, and in the meantime we were also starting with some of the crews at the back with the timber. That took us until 22nd of November to basically get ready everything for timber. At that point all the crews have started installing timber non-stop on all three elevations. We have elevation 6 to 9, we have elevation 10, and we have elevation 11. In the meantime, we had 4 men doing some cladding on the north elevation, which is basically facing the street. We also have started this little elevation here with the stair core with all this purple cladding. We're still ongoing that. Today is our last day. We're doing that. Craig is cutting some holes on the panel for that outlet over there, so they can get this panel installed with reach. But yeah, this is another separate area that we are doing. Top of that, we have begun with the copings, all the brackets, the flashing, the retainer flashing behind here. And in fact, we have already installed some of the copings along here, as you can see. So that's done. So how much of a timber cladding we have installed on this courtyard? We have elevation 6 to 9, 250 square meters, elevation 10, 252 square meters, and elevation 11 we have 120 square meters. On top of that, north elevation was about 200 plus minus square meters of timber cladding. All that was installed by the 18th of December and by 8 lads. We had at some point 4 lads that, like I said, we were doing the north elevation, but they were literally on the north elevation and doing the stair course here, all the brackets, the fire break, rock wool, everything that needed to be done. We're just finishing now the panels. The courtyard was basically just over a month from 10 lads, 8 to 10 lads, completed 600 square meters of timber. If you ever are pricing a job like this with the timber cladding, with the exact same system, Hilti brackets, rock wool, side rise, fire break and whatnot, working from a scissor lifts, you can go back to these videos at any point and you can watch them and see how long it takes to complete, so you can go and price your job correctly. Now you have to bear in mind that it wasn't just the cladding. We needed to cut the timber, so we had set up a tent outside the courtyard that we had 2 people, mainly was me and another person, cutting the timber non-stop for all 3 teams. We had to bring timber sometimes because we didn't have enough timber in the allocated place for us, so we needed to get timber from somewhere else, bring it up, cut it. We also had all the flashings around the curtain wall that we needed to install. We had some issues there with the brickwork that wasn't wide enough, so we needed to come up with some solutions with that to cover the gap and put some purple flashing so it's not a massive gap visible and the rock is not visible, the fire break is visible. One month, 8 men, 600 square meter of timber cladding, cutting, installing, fire break, rails, bracket, rock wool. That's all it took to install everything in the courtyard.